Oh, all you women, you should not be allowed to drive with your eyes full of disgust, rage, tears, and dreams. And who allowed you to dream in the first place? You should know that that's how your life is going to be. Coping up with the stereotypes and crumbling under my male ego as huge as Making Mountain. Because you are a pearl born in an oyster, and I'll never let you leave the shell and call it protection. Call it protection, so you stay there obscure, or I'll get insecure. And would you want me to be like that, my love? Remember your sister Fatima, who suffered an acid attack, who loved her surma so much that I had to paint her future black. Darling, you are a Shakespearean summer's day with a body of marble, with silhouettes of snakes crawling up your body, treating it like a battleground, burning your insides with contraceptives and pills, and all the lovers who came to make love but ended up making war. And yes, I will casually talk about the beauty of outer appearance during conversations, but then I'll mock you for wearing too much makeup. Because I love to watch you run freely in a hamster cage. Even if you get tired, the cage never stops. But then, all of my comics had Batman in full body armor suit, while the Wonder Woman remained half naked. And it elates me. It elates me just as the sight of the blood trickling down her bare thigh. Her safety can be compromised if I get to see her curvier and fuller body parts, because even the Wonder Woman, she is not above the lust. But hey, I'm a progressive new age Indian man. But there are thousands of my reflections outside, and that's why I have always checked the length of your gown and then applied physics, logic, social science and rocket science to find an accurate line between too slutty and not slutty enough. Actually, I have measurement for everything you do. Measurement for how wide your smile should be. Measurement for how much alcohol you should consume so that you are not a prude but you don't start dancing like a hippie. Measurement for how much emotional violence is devotion. And the only measurement that does not matter is the length of my manhood. That's why I'll dig my teeth into your flesh and inject the venom. And I'll keep you sleepy and silent so that when I kill your desires, crush your dreams, and when I break your spirit into pieces, my dear, your shrieks will only reach your brain that I have silenced for 1,000 years. But it's just that I don't want you to fall, because if you do, it's not me, baby. It's my family that won't accept you. It's my family that won't accept you, and that's why I'm not going to let you go everywhere you want, because the day I rewarded you with my love, I became your master. And I'll be a good master because you will be in a cage bigger than the other cages, and I will call it freedom. But yes, I'm man enough to never raise my hand on you. But do I need to? I have all the means. I have gaslighting, silent torture, constant displeasure at every choice of yours, choice of food, fun, friends, joke, clothing, existing, being. And if truth hits you and you feel bad, rub your tears into your wounds to make yourself feel alive, because you all have been numb since the day you were made to sit on that burning pyre, because I love watching you burn. Like the end of my cigarette, forgetting that it's the smoke that consumes me in the end. Forgetting that it's the smoke that consumes me in the end. And hey, don't worry, I'll come tonight and I'll kiss you. And that would burn your throat like the first gulp of whiskey. I would come and I will make love to you whole night till I have my orgasm, and then you will sleep next to me with open eyes and a casket of desires. But I'll hold your hand to not let you run away and look into the mirror of your eyes, which I have put a curtain over. Just like I asked all of you to cover your faces, because your face, darling, it's a beautiful reflection of your heart. And if someone looks at your face, it would shout out all the horror stories that you have been a part of and were written by me. The stories where you lifted, tried and bled for the religion because you thought the faith matters and you were left stranded, strangled, alone and in tatters. The dreams where you were tied with ropes of traditions and you were captured in cages of culture and you were told that you are impure just because you are fertile. The stories where I satiate my thirst. And then the stories where I satiate my thirst by clutching your body with my bare hands to make you scream loud enough to pipe down the voice in my head that says I'm the disaster. I am a man and nothing scares me more than an idea of a woman who is absolutely in love with herself and who does not need me to make her dreams come true. But then I ask, who gave all these women the right to dream? Thank you.